Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Pollard at solarpowerthepeople.org and Jeff Pollard 11. This is like one of our first nighttime on Sunset with the bright light from the phone shining us interview. I'm with Anna Biegalski. Biegalski. I got it wrong a bunch of times before that. Biegalski, thank you so much.
It's all good.
And we're going to talk about art. We're going to talk about being on Sunset right now. And we're going to talk about your project. Tell us what this is all about. Tell us about you.
Oh, geez. Well, I am a writer and a artist and a surfer, and all around just kind of community-minded queer from Philadelphia. But I live in San Francisco now, and I have kind of hopped on with Sea Witches, my good friend Margaret, who makes a lot of really beautiful natural dyes. I paint with those a lot, whether it's avocado pit, solace flowers, indigo. I actually got into painting fairly recently. I don't really have much formal training, but I started a postcard project last year during quarantine. I had a stack of 15 watercolor postcards and just put it out to Instagram and say, if anybody wants painting, I'll send you one.
That's what we're kind of looking at right now?
Yeah, and I ended up sending 150 postcards last year. So it kind of snowballed, and it's just really, I take painting from a meditative standpoint, especially when things feel really scary, and it's kind of nice to be not super confident in something. I think as an adult we lose the ability to be critical of or we're too critical of ourselves. We're not used to not being perfect. We're not used to not being good at something, and if it's all still worthwhile. So that's what I have learned from painting. It's nice to make things, to make something tangible.
Very nice. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but would any of these colors sometimes, do they play to the mood? So if I'm looking at something with a red, is that because you got a fiery anger in that particular thing, or does it work like that? Or?
No, it's kind of the opposite. So my palette is mostly inspired by just my love of California. I was living on the East Coast for the past 2 years, and just so homesick for, I'm not from San Francisco, but that is my home. It's my favorite place in the world, and really just love everything coastal and everything, the sunset and the water and the sense of feeling small. And so that really informs the things that I like to make, and I hope that other folks get that sense from my work. And everybody likes getting something in the mail that isn't a bill. So there's also that. Mail is fun.
Right? I always appreciate getting that physical thing. That's the reverse now. We never get it, so it's nice to get a postcard or a letter. You're oh.
Yeah, it helped me stay connected last year and really keep in touch with a lot of people. And I sent postcards all over the country. Everywhere from Montana to South Carolina to Florida to Oregon to, almost every state.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was really fun.
That is cool. I know, I got so nerdy at one point, I was like, I want to create a wax seal. So I can bring back the whole wax seal lettering. Do not open this unless you're the person I want.
And it adds a certain panache too.
Right?
Where you're now it's real. I'm gonna send in I can't remember the last time I mailed anything that wasn't a postcard, but you're I'm imagining stamping your phone bill, just be here you go Verizon, from me.
I think you might be witnessing a team up right now. We don't know yet. We might get a wax seal kind of postcard, awesome art right now.
But yeah, it's been really fun to be on this tour because I ended up meeting Margaret a couple of years ago at the very first Sea Witches event.
Okay.
And it just blew my mind because there were all of these really amazing, intelligent people talking about being in the water, talking about surfing, talking about just being water people, and it was oh my gosh, this is what I've wanted since I was 12 years old. I want to be friends with all these people.
Cool.
And so my goal with this tour is, the paintings are secondary. The paintings are a vehicle for me to have conversations with people and really just find community wherever we can, whether that's all up and down the coast, making sure that people feel that they are welcome in the water as either, anybody, we all belong in the ocean. So that's really what I'm here for, is to make friends like our homies that we've done this project with today. And yeah, I'm just really excited to build the kind of community that I grew up with and really make sure that people feel like they have a friendly face in the water.
Awesome. So if you're ever in the San Francisco area, or if you're following and you see her going into the LA area, please come back. visit Anna. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So thank you. I'm so jazzed.
Yeah, I was telling her this is what it's about. Like, we get to connect. I get to meet a cool person. It's a win-win. So yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you.
Please fall in love with her, everybody, and thank you.